Hey everybody. So the Q&A Monday, Monday is coming later today. It will not be as late as last week. I might as well just start calling it Q&A Mondays, to be honest. But it will come later today, and it will only be one video. But here I want to give a treat. It is, as I promised, my updated early to mid-May World Cup predictions. Now, there's going to be two more updates after this. The next one coming after the next huge deluge of international friendlies that we have towards the end of this month. And then the final revised predictions will come a couple of days before the World Cup starts, probably on June 12th. So keep in mind, these are subject to change. They're not very radical changes that I have, a few here and there from early April, about a month or so ago. So let me just jump right in. This is not an analysis video. It's just me giving predictions quickly. Maybe I'll touch upon a few things here and there, but I won't get into analysis because I want to save that till after the huge wave of friendlies that we get, the next international window, and then my final revised predictions. I'll get into more analysis as well. So this is just mainly predictions. So Group A, I still have Uruguay and Russia. Group B, I have Spain and Portugal still, though I think there will be late drama as Portugal snatch a late equalizer against Iran. I think Iran will take a surprise lead against Portugal in their last match. Portugal will get a late equalizer through the head of Cristiano Ronaldo, which will send Morocco out of the tournament just by this much, barely. Spain and Portugal go through. Group C, I'm going with France, and I'm still sticking with Peru, even though of Paulo Guerrero's injury, because, again, I'll get into it in later videos, but the main reason is they did fine in the international break in March without him. They have a lot of other options, Rui Diaz, Flores, Cueva. And I think this actually, instead of having the effect of hampering their chances of coming through, I think it galvanizes Peru. See, when you have developments like this happen, where someone who's an integral part of your team misses out on a major tournament, it can either make or break a team. I'm a big fan of Ricardo Gareca. He's one of my two favorite managers heading into this World Cup. I'm going to make a World Cup video about managers either later this week or next week. I really like Ricardo Gareca's style, how he has these players shaping up. They're undefeated in 14 matches. They did just fine without Guerrero in March. And honestly, when Guerrero got the ban back in November, December, Gareca was already preparing the team to be set up in the World Cup without Guerrero. They knew it was always going to be a possibility that his appeal would not have won. And in the worst case scenario now, he's the footballing governing organization reinstated his ban. It's going to last until January of next year, but Peru is not the kind of team that's going to fold from this. I don't think they're going to fold from this. I think it's going to embolden them further, and I still have them coming out in second for a platitude of reasons. But I don't want to make this video long. Group D, congratulations to Nigeria, Croatia, and Iceland. There are only 3 teams in this group, and 2 of them are going through. Wait a second. Group D, there's another team in this group, right? Croatia, Nigeria, Iceland. Who? Yeah. Well, that sucks. I don't remember. But 2 of those 3 are going to go through. I still have Nigeria topping the group. For the first time in 20 years, an African team will top their World Cup group. Coincidentally, in 1998, that team was Nigeria. Nigeria will get through. And second, I'm going with a little bit of a second upset here. I'm going with Iceland. I think that Croatia, it's same story. Entering a tournament with high expectations, always flopping ever since post-1998. I know I might get a lot of hate for this prediction, but I don't think Croatia has done anything recently to warrant being considered favorites to come out of this group. I'm going with Nigeria and Iceland. Iceland to continue the run that they went on from Euro 2016. Group E, it's going to be Brazil, and I'm switching from Serbia to Costa Rica. I'm sorry, Predrag Jovanovic. You know I go back and forth between Serbia and Costa Rica in this group. Why not Switzerland? For reasons I don't want to get into, I don't think Switzerland are going to come through. I think they're going to finish last in this group. They're not going to have a good World Cup. I agree with my friend that we had a discussion on that the other day, Dominic Rich FC. I told him I think Switzerland can do something. I think they can be a dark horse if they fire on all cylinders, but I don't think they will this World Cup. So it's between Serbia and Costa Rica. I'm giving it to Costa Rica because I still think Costa Rica, even though they got to the quarterfinals in Brazil very much unexpectedly in 2014, I still think they have much to prove because a lot of people consider that as a one-off, run-of-the-mill Cinderella type of event, and Costa Rica will be out to show that they can be a consistent team in major tournaments, especially on the global stage. They need to get to the round of 16. It's not a case that they have nothing to lose because of what they did in 2014. They absolutely need to show that it wasn't some kind of a one-off luck-based fluke. I think that Costa Rica will come in second. But here's a little bit of a twist. Brazil will lose their last game in this group to Serbia. It will be a repeat of 2010, where Serbia upset Germany in the group stage, but still did not go through, and Germany still won the group. Every team in Group E is going to win one game at least once. So I have Brazil winning the group with 6 points. I actually have Serbia upsetting Brazil, but it's not being enough for them to go through. Brazil, Costa Rica. Why not? I like to throw a little bit of drama, a little bit of spice in there. Group F, I'm going with Germany, and I'm going with Sweden. I don't trust Juan Carlos Osorio. I don't trust his tinkering. Mexico, by far, the individuals they have are a better team than Sweden. In the post-Zlatan era, this is the worst Swedish team in well over a decade. But I like how they're managed by Jan Andersson. I've done some research into Sweden's manager. He has a very impressive record. And I think in the post-Zlatan era, because Sweden have returned to the World Cup for the first time since 2006, I just think that final match between Sweden and Mexico, Juan Carlos Osorio, his tinkering, it's going to cost them at some point. There were weaknesses that were put on display in the Confederations Cup where Mexico had to come from behind in all of their games. CONCACAF qualifying sort of put a cover on that, but I don't trust him. I don't trust Juan Carlos Osorio. I want Mexico to go through, but I just think that he's going to get outmatched by Jan Andersson, tactically speaking. Group G, I'm getting off the England hype train just for now. I was on the England hype train for the last 6 months. Maybe I'll go back to it 2 or 3 weeks from now, so you never know. But it's hard to see Belgium not coming through. I mean, Belgium really not coming through, especially in this group. They should. Belgium is a dark horse to go all the way. I don't think they will go all the way. I really do not agree with the FIFA ranking that they are the third best team in the world. They absolutely are not the third best team in the world. But when Belgium is on Belgium's best day, they can beat anybody in the world. And I don't even have to go through the roster. You guys already know. So Belgium will come in first. They should. They should get at least 7 points. And second, I'm going with Tunisia for now. I picked Tunisia previously, but I went with England and Tunisia. But I'm going with Belgium and Tunisia. And then Group H, it should be Poland and Colombia, but I'm still giving Colombia first because I think they have more depth than Poland do. So I'm going with Colombia, then Poland. So, very quickly, round of 16. I have Uruguay over Portugal, France over Iceland, Spain over Russia, Peru over Nigeria, probably in extra time or on penalties. But that match could go either way. Peru, Nigeria, that can go either way. maybe Nigeria goes through, but Brazil over Sweden, Germany over Costa Rica, Colombia over Tunisia, and Belgium over Poland on penalties. Quarterfinals, it's all Europe and South America, just like the last two World Cups that were hosted on European soil. I have 4 European teams, 4 South American teams. It's an all Europe versus South America quarterfinal, actually. Uruguay versus France, Brazil versus Belgium, Spain versus Peru, and Germany versus Colombia. Now, 3 of those, I think, are relatively straightforward to call. Yes, even the Brazil-Belgium match, because I think Brazil are just a class above Belgium. Even Belgium, yes. I picked Brazil over Belgium, Germany over Colombia, and Spain over Peru. I'm going with a little bit of a... I don't know if I would call it an upset, but I'm going with a little bit of a not too, popular prediction here. I'm going with Uruguay over France in the quarterfinals. I am. So my semifinals, I have Uruguay versus Brazil and Spain versus Germany. Brazil will beat Uruguay. I don't think Germany will get revenge against Spain. Spain will go through. The third place match will be a rematch of the 2010 third place game between Uruguay and Germany. Germany wins. My final is Brazil-Spain. It's still Brazil versus Spain, and I still have Brazil winning it. So those are my predictions. You see the few changes I made here in the group stages. Uruguay going farther this time. That's just what I think. I will end by saying this. This Brazilian team, I don't see any major weaknesses on this. The main squad, the 23-man roster was announced yesterday. Even with Dani Alves' injury, I still think they have too many options at the back. And you have to take into account Brazil for this World Cup. It's not just a matter of entering it to win it. It's not routine anymore. This team is on a mission. The way they dominated South American qualifying, the way they've been shaping up in their friendlies, the way Tite has them heading into this tournament, this team is out to pummel anyone that comes in their way because of what happened in 2014. This is not just Brazil's entering the World Cup to win it. Brazil's entering the World Cup to make a statement. They are going into this with a renewed purpose. And for my money, current form on right now, they're the best team in the world. So I think Brazil are favorites by quite a hefty margin. Actually, I think I'm one of the few analysts who think that. I think I am one of the few analysts who think that Brazil 2018 is the most noticeable favorite heading into any World Cup in the 21st century. I know that's a controversial statement, but that's how I feel. I think they're heavy favorites. So, those are my predictions. Subject to change. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. You'll see an update the end of this month and then June 12th. I'll see you later today, hopefully, God willing. Until then, have a good one. Much love and peace.